Hey guys, this is Introducing Emmy, and we're back with another Redline Tuesday. This one was sent to me anonymously, and oh, I guess I should show you like the actual piece. So it was sent to me and it had these lines on it, and I just made it all one color so it's easier for us to see. And yeah, so we'll get going here. So real quick before we get started, I'm actually going to dupe this layer, and one of the things I noticed right away was there's kind of like a skew to this image, and I'm going to try to like bring it back to center just a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Now we're going to get going. That just makes my life a little easier. So, first things first, the cut of the neck, like where the neck connects to the jaw, is probably not going to be that deep in. You're also probably not going to be able to see so much of the face in profile, but this is a pretty simple style, so we're just gonna go with it. This is also probably going to be a pretty fast one. So, good curve on the spine, down to the butt. That's the way I draw it too. I just kind of have the butt, or the spine follow the butt. And I always apologize for this, but like, I'm sorry, my lines are so scratchy compared to like the beautiful inks. But that's just kind of how I work anyway. Also, I'm sorry if I'm kind of a little low energy. This is the end of my work day, so I'm tired. I've been drawing reptoids all day. I'm tired. So I notice this cheek sort of feels like curved up more, and this one feels like it's curved down more. So I'm just going to try to like meet in the middle somewhere. You know, get these butt cheeks looking a little bit more like sisters than like very, very distant cousins. When I do drawings like this, and it's just me alone in my house, I will extend the canvas and basically draw at least to the knee, if not the whole leg, just so that it feels like the final piece, like the legs don't feel so, I don't know, floaty. Like it's hard to explain, but like grounded. I think grounded is the word I'm looking for. I'm gonna just kind of fluff this though. But like I have like an open PSD file that I just like every time I am working on a larger piece or like a comic panel, I always like take it out of its probably like what's going to be like its final home, you know, like on the comic page or like, you know, a cropped image. And I use like a larger canvas to see like where the feet are planted, you know. It just makes the image like feel more, yeah, like grounded, more complete. And then like, you know, the final version I just like crop, and that's like what you see. And I don't like ink all this or like color all this. This is just for the sketch. This is just so like I know where everything is. When I was like still a full-blown psychopath and wanted to be an animator, that was something like my professor would harp on all the time. Was he would have us like tape a piece of paper below our animation frames so that we could like see where the feet lie and everything to make sure we were like on model. So this arm feels like it's coming off a little bit. So what I'm actually going to do is like the arm's anatomy isn't too bad. So I'm going to go over it, and then I'm basically just going to slide it into place. I would just like pop that in just a little more. And I don't know what this arm is supposed to be doing, but like, maybe you could like have her holding the blanket or something, or the wrap, whatever this like piece of fabric is at the bottom of the panel, just to give her something to do, you know, because it right now, I don't know like what the fabric's doing. What the fabric doing? Maybe it's being held by this arm, actually. Now this arm, I would probably tuck in. Like maybe bring it up here to join this one. I don't know. The reason I say that though is because this is like nice negative space. So I guess it's not really like negative space. There isn't like another piece here. Usually when I think of negative space, I think of like an area that's like boxed in. And it's like, oh, that's the negative space. But this, I guess it's like the outer contour. I'm actually going to do something real quick. I feel like this cheek just needs to be pushed up just a little more. Yeah, I think that's good. So now it's more shelfy. So you could set a whole platter right there. You know, boop, like that. So, did you ever... I don't know if this is like too deep of a cut for like my audience, but if you ever get a chance to like look at some of R. Crumb's work, he had like a fetish for like chicks who have asses like shelves, basically. Basically, I mean that's it. That's a whole fetish. Okay. There we go. See, that's negative space to me. Like right there, where the sheet isn't, where the sheet don't be, that's the negative space. See, and then you could have it like, yeah, like draped. I would probably also, in the original, there's kind of like this little mountain peak right here. I would probably just have it like swoop, do a little swoopy all the way through. Just like follow that curve. I think that would look nice. So maybe so there's this like little gap right here. There's not a lot of negative space in this drawing, so these two little triangles are kind of nice. I was gonna say you might want to like cut this up a little more. Maybe do something like that. I'm not sure. It just feels a little strange to like, now that I've changed it. Now that I changed it, I hate it. No, it just feels a little strange to have like these two lines sort of disappearing, but meeting off campus. Campus? Canvas. Oh my gosh. Can you tell how tired I am? I'm very, very tired. It's been a long day. I'm sorry. Bro who asked for this is probably like, oh my god. This is not what I wanted. These are nice too. I don't really draw these marks on like my characters' backs, but like they do be there, so I like that. Okay, and so the face, what I would do for an image like this, I wouldn't have like a full profile, or at least I'd hint that the face was slightly turned. It also kind of makes her look like she's got a secret, like a sexy secret. I'm sorry, I'm giving you like an MEI. I'm not giving you a UI. Okay. Let me just kind of make that a little lighter. I'm gonna give her like a lip edge. I think I kind of give her an underbite though. Un momento. Let me fix that. I remember one time I was streaming a million years ago, back before Twitch existed, back for like any streaming service existed except for, I think it was livestream.com back then. But anyway, and I was drawing, as you do, and I had to fix something, you know, and I did that where I used the polygonal lasso tool to pull it out and then like use the transform tool to just kind of like warp it slightly to make it fit better. And I remember somebody in my audience was like, oh, well, that just makes it so easy. You know, if I make a mistake, I have to redraw my hand. And I'm like, yeah, you do. I really dig the hair. The hair. I might just like give it a little, I don't know, like I like this. I might just like define it a little more, like give it like a more, because compared to like the rest of the drawing, there's a lot of texture here. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like a Keith Haring drawing. If you know who that is, look him up. He's a uh an illustrator, passed away from HIV in like the 80s. Um but it's giving me like the Keith Haring like wiggles, you know? But yeah, I think there's like parts of this that you could like simplify the form a little more just to make it a little less busy and draw attention back to that, yes. Maybe something like that. Oh my goodness. Let me just color this in by hand. I was gonna select it and be all fancy, but that's not happening. By the way, don't really like draw these lines. Maybe just like a little wink right there. These were just directional lines for you, for me, for so everybody knows what we're doing here. But yeah, I think like kind of simplifying her hair down a little bit. Now, if she was more detailed and that level of detail was brought into the hair, that's different, you know. Then we're on like a whole different journey together. I'm also thinking her hair actually needs to be, I can't believe I'm saying this, it should be slightly smaller. I love big hair. I love shapy hair. And I'll tell you why I think it should be a little smaller. Okay, so um, so when you draw a face, when you draw a head, when you draw a skull, imagine you're drawing a box with 4 equal sides. I feel like I've done this tutorial 1,000 times. We're doing it again. we're going again. And you're going to split it again. So now you got a window. And then you just put a little guy in there. And that's your face. No. So what you do is after you do that, you're going to draw your skull. Are we the baddies? Yes, there's the skull. Now, there's more splitting to be done on the face and everything, but the front of the head is basically the same size as the back of the head when you run a line at where the jaw meets the ear, okay? So here, I was kind of using my eyeballs, my superior ape brain reasoning skills to do the back of the head, and I realized that this little like place where the hair is parted, it's not like growing from that one little spot, but you know what I mean. It's like the little like doink that like shows the direction of the hair. This should be kind of like touching the back of the head, and it wasn't. It was sort of like floating out here, which then makes the hair either too big or like coming away from the head. So you have like 2 ways to solve it. One, move the whole like head, like all this hair, move it closer to the front of the head, or make it smaller. So I chose both. I chose both. Oh, I do realize she has like a little G-string on. I guess we could, I mean, it's skin tight, so you basically had it. You just draw 2 lines. You go blam. Oh, and she's got a bra. I totally forgot about the bra. I wasn't even looking at the bra. Also, I don't know how YouTube like checks things anymore, like what they consider to be foul and awful and what is like considered educational. So hopefully I will not have to upload this video censored or anything, because that would be very dumb, because how else are we going to learn to draw the butts? You know, where does a young master, a young apprentice go to learn to draw an ass? Okay, there we go. Isn't she cute? So the creator of this piece told me this is their concept of Catwoman. And I'm a big Batman fan. So I'm very pleased with the Catwoman. I put my ears on her. Boop. Okay, now. So I'm going to call it. I'm sorry this is kind of a short one. I'm also going to, I guess we should compare, contrast. Let me make that a little lighter for everybody. Oops. Let's not do that. There we go. I'm going to stop faffing around with it. Get rid of this guy. Distracting me. So I was told that the way I flick back and forth is a little nauseating. So I'm gonna try not to do that. Whoa, whoa, huh. Okay. Did it. So her head got a little smaller. This isn't a very smooth, it's partly why I don't do it. It's not a very smooth transition. It's not bad, though. Yeah, so I think I'm going to call this one. I think it turned out cute. Thank you to Anon for sending this. As always, you can always send me stuff anonymously. The email and like 5 jillion ways to contact me are in the description. I also now have in my Trying Human Discord channel, which is for my webcomic, I made a secondary channel that's just for Redline Tuesdays. I might link directly to that, so if anybody wants to drop stuff in there randomly and annoy my mods, that would be cool. And yeah, so please send them in, because if I don't have them, then I just don't do it. If you'll see a video on Tuesday, that just means nobody sent anything. So I'm just like over here working like normal. So yeah. Well, yeah. So that's it. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.